Welcome to the Prosperity and Beyond podcast. My name is Michelle Samper, and I am here to inspire you to create your dream life from the inside out. We're talking self image, manifestation, meditation, and tools to connect you with your highest timeline, stepping into your most authentic power. This is your space to trust your intuition, master universal laws, raise your vibration, and start living aligned and abundant right now. Repeat after me. I am prosperity and beyond. Hello, and welcome back to the Prosperity and Beyond podcast. It feels so good to be back. Today's lesson or session is all geared towards gratitude. And this just came to me intuitively, but at the same time, this has been a main focus in my manifestation practice for the past few months. I've known about gratitude. I know that gratitude is a high vibrational state of being. I know that it was emphasized a lot from my last life coach: practice gratitude, practice gratitude. But what I didn't realize until joining the Proctor's Principles program that I'm in right now with my mentor, Brian Proctor, is that gratitude is the foundation of creating your dream life and being in tune with the highest version of you. It is a direct connection to your higher self. It's a direct connection to your highest timeline. The frequency of gratitude comes from focusing on what is good, what is amazing, what is beautiful, and feeling it. And as I stated before, feeling is a vibration. Feeling is your internal guidance system. Feeling is the key to manifestation. And at the end of the day, everything we want and desire is basically for a feeling. So when we're wanting the car and the relationship and the job and the career and the money, what are we really asking for? What is our why? And the reason why I ask that is because this is where we can start detaching ourselves from the chasing mindset and realize we can tune into that feeling now with intention, with our higher faculties. And I'm going to move further into the session talking about our higher faculties, but the one that stands the most out to me that's changed my life is perception. And when we tune into these higher faculties, like perception, we can change our emotional state, AKA our frequency. We change what we're attracting. We change our feeling. At a soul level, all we want is to feel good, to feel happy, to feel joy, to feel satisfied. And what I'm here to let you know is we can draw that into the now. We can build a momentum in the now. And that's the true power, because that's actually who you are. This eternal state of joy is who you are on a natural level. And we can get there with gratitude. So, the first lesson that we went through was gratitude in my program. And it inspired me to create a gratitude meditation that, and I channel. So if you guys are new here and you don't know me that well, I do channel, and I channel higher consciousness, my higher self, prosperity consciousness, and my spirit team, my spirit guides send me downloads, send me the frequency, because that's my gift. My gift is to channel, because my goal for myself, because it comes from within, is to clear the poverty consciousness, the paradigm, and create my own. Create one that's aligned to the highest version of me and move in that direction. And one word I really fell in love with in my manifestation journey is momentum. It's not about 0 to 100. It's not about chasing. It's not about the destination. It's about momentum. It's about experiencing. It's about the journey. Do you realize how much you learn about yourself in the journey? Do you realize how much clarity you gain in the journey? Do you realize how beautiful life is because we have the journey? If it was all really just right here, right, it would be boring. It wouldn't be exciting. The feeling wouldn't be ignited. The clarity wouldn't be there. You wouldn't know who you are. So through the contrast, you know who you are. Through the contrast, that's a blessing. And I use the power of perspective to shift me into this knowing. From maybe being fearful, having doubt, to being empowered. Perception puts me into the seat of empowerment. When you perceive how it's not working for you and feel that, you're not in your seat of empowerment. You're resisting who you are on a soul level and the 3D manifestations that you're wanting to attract. We have to start to realize the outside reality doesn't matter. What's coming to me intuitively is like, I don't care about the outside. I deserve it all. I love it. But what's more important is who I am, what's within me, my feeling, my perception, my intuition, my imagination, tuning into a higher consciousness with awareness, using my gifts, tuning in. This podcast is about tuning in and seeing the result in the outside reality. The outside reality to me is a cherry on top. I don't see the power out there. It's not out there. It's not in someone else. It's not in another program. It's not out there. It's reflected from within. It's reflected from within. It is a divine mirror. Your results tell you a lot about where your mindset is, where your beliefs are, because it's law. And when we can start working with the laws, we're working with God, with our true nature, who we are, we start following the path of least resistance. Does that mean we don't take action? No, we do. We take action. But what I do is I take action from my intuition. I take action from a high vibration. And when I'm not in that state, that is my main focus, is my vibration, my mindset, my feeling, what I'm focusing on, what I'm believing. When I see myself in doubt, I look inward and I redirect myself into a new perspective, a new way of thinking. And that's what the healing is. We're not called to heal through darkness by focusing on darkness. Okay? Darkness is there. Struggle is there. But I don't focus on it. I redirect myself. We've been gifted these higher faculties. And one of them, the main one we're talking about today, is perception, the way you perceive a situation. It changes your whole frequency. And the example that comes through a lot, because most people can relate to it, is during the pandemic. A lot of terrible things happened. Terrible. But a lot of amazing things happened. A lot of change came through that. That was the year of my spiritual awakening. That's the year people started to shift more into online businesses and connecting and on Zoom and doing things in a different way, and evolution occurred. Right? So many beautiful things came from that too, including in my life. And I can sit here and focus on the terrible, or I could sit here and focus on the amazing shifts and the amazing things that happened to help me discover who I am. And that's from a personal perspective, because 2020 was the most transformational year of my life. That was the initial spiritual awakening. And what I mean by spiritual awakening, I just had an awareness that I'm more than just this physical being. I am more than just this physical being. I am spiritual. In that moment, you expand. In that moment, you go on this journey where you can never go back. And it's been the best 5 years of my life, because every year has gotten better and better and better. And the only reason why I can say that is because every year I got to discover who I am more and more. And the more you know who you are, the more you create your dream life, because you realize how powerful you really are. You realize who you really are, that you are the prosperity. It's not the money outside of you. It's not the promotion your boss gave you. You are the love. It's not because someone else accepted you and said, I love you. You are the love before someone said that or committed to you or wanted to be with you. You are the love. It's who you are. You are the love. You are the prosperity. And this is what this inner journey is all about, is becoming that, becoming that. And it's not even becoming, it's unfolding that, because it's the truth. It's becoming aware. And that's what intuition is. It's becoming aware of who you are and tuning into that knowing. You are forever expanding, one with God, and you cannot get it wrong. 2020 was a pivotal year for me. And the reason why is because my life has not always been rainbows and butterflies. And I experienced days of doubt and uncertainty. But the difference between now and then is I know how to transmute it. I know how to redirect it. I know how to use my higher faculties to put myself back onto the path of who I am and not feed into the vibration of I'm not worthy. I can't do this, even though that comes up for me. But back in 2020, I received and achieved the biggest goal that I had in my life. And I'm very college educated. I went to school for a very long time. I went to school for 8 years. I went to college for 8 years. And I remember during those 8 years, you can achieve by hustling, because I did. I got my master's degree. I became a licensed speech language pathologist. And I did my clinicals, and I was so passionate. And the one thing during that time is I had the goal, and all I did was focus on it. But the thing I was missing was I wasn't paying attention to Michelle. I was so externally driven that I lost sense, or I never even gained sense of who Michelle really was. I was just go, go, go. Get it, get it, get it. Do it, do it, do it. I was chasing my worthiness. I was chasing validation. I was chasing the money. And then I woke up in 2020 when the world shut down and I got my master's degree and everything was supposed to be amazing for me, but it wasn't. I felt lost. I felt for the first time, who am I? What do I really want? That was the first time I asked myself that. And it came to me. I want to be financially free. But little did I know I was still chasing. I wanted to get my real estate license and I wanted to become financially free. But I wasn't the most passionate about real estate. I was trying to be free. And I know I'm going to do real estate, but not in that way. It's not the core of who I am. And the reason why is because 90% of millionaires are in real estate. So I know that's where I want to eventually invest my money, but that wasn't my path, because my reasoning was I want money, I want money, I want money. Then I can be free, then I can be free, then I can be free. But the freedom is knowing who you are and doing what you love and giving yourself permission to be in what you're passionate about. And this is it for me. Being an intuitive life coach, speaking, mentoring, teaching, being a leader and a student at the same time. I'm here to lead leaders. And leaders are always students because they're always learning, because they're always growing, and that's why they lead. We don't lead from I know it all. We lead from I'm always learning. I'm always expanding. That's the whole point of what I do and why I love it so much. I never can stop learning. I never want to. This is for everyone else I serve and myself. And that's divine alignment to me. When you can do something you're so passionate about, Brian Proctor says it's like psychic income. It's where you do something where you get paid or not, you're on cloud nine. And that's how I feel about this. This is how I feel about teaching. This is how I feel about channeling. This is how I feel about serving and personal development. It feels so aligned. I can feel it in my body. I almost want to cry. And I'm just so grateful for the people who are listening right now, because it's not because they're tuning into me. When they're listening to me, they're tuning into themselves. You're tuning into you right now. You're listening to this for you. You're putting yourself first. And that's such a blessing, because I didn't grow up doing that. I wasn't taught to put myself first. I was taught to sacrifice, to struggle, to work hard, to put a lot of effort, work the 9 to 5, climb the corporate ladder, do what you're told, get the straight A's. make the best soccer team. I achieved a lot with effort, but I achieved so much more with looking inward. And I'm not even talking about my 3D reality because I have, but on the inside, the way I feel, the freedom I experience, just being present, just talking to you right now, I feel so free because freedom is knowing who you are. Freedom is here in the moment. Freedom is the breath of the now. Freedom is the awareness of self and love, the love that's within you. Feeling that love move through each cell of your DNA as you just breathe into the moment. Can you feel the vibration around you? This eternal vibration that's never ending, forever expanding, that runs through you, that is one with you. Can you feel it? Move and be one with it in creating your dream life. Tune in to the frequency of God, and you shall be free. This is what's coming to me intuitively. And we're here to shift the paradigm. The paradigm to me, what I like to call it, is systematic programming. Like, we came to this earth and our subconscious mind was wide open, right? And we took in all this information, all these beliefs, and it turned into our programming. And our programming turned into how we act, how we view life, how we view ourselves, our self image, how we receive, how we give, how we create. I can remember, oh my gosh, during the spiritual awakening, I remember just the word create was huge for me. I'm like, what the heck is that? Create? You mean not doing what you're told? I was so into systems because that's where I was like, get into this program and get this certificate and get this degree and get certified in this and do that. I never thought of like, I create, I decide. And I remember breaking through that barrier of like, I create, I decide. And I felt guilty. What the fuck? I felt guilty because I'm like, wait, why am I doing something like no one else is doing? There's something wrong with me. Then I felt shame, or I felt like I wanted to hide or not share my gifts because of judgment. And that might be part of the journey where you have to break through that. You're worthy the way you are, and you're meant to create in your own unique way. It doesn't have to look like what everyone else has done. And what's helped me with that is because I have achieved so much in one area, and I got to the top of that, and I was like, wait, this doesn't define me. I don't want to put emphasis on I'm a speech therapist. I have my master's degree. I have this amount of net worth, like to define my worthiness or define that I believe in myself. I believe in myself no matter what. And then I start to look at all the different layers of me, different versions of me, the old versions of me. And instead of being upset at those versions of me that maybe I'm not the most proud of, sending them love and bridging every timeline with love to the now, expressing so much gratitude for every version of me. Gratitude is riches. Gratitude is high vibration. Gratitude is the foundation of creating your dream life. And I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, but it's what needs to be heard right now. My story, my vibration, my truth, my gift. Because none of this is planned. I don't plan this episode. I come on here and I just speak. Step into gratitude every single day. And I'm telling you, it will change your life. First, it starts on the intellectual level because it might not feel natural. Writing it down is powerful, but the most powerful thing is feeling it, seeing it, being one with it, creating from that frequency. It fuels your heart, it expands your heart space, and it allows you to see things and receive things that you didn't used to see and you didn't used to receive. It shifts your reality and your timeline. So I created that gratitude meditation. If anyone's interested, you can just DM me or comment on this episode and I'll send more information. It's 18 minutes long and it's channeled. But stepping into that gratitude meditation in the morning helped me so much because once I got into that frequency, once I start to focus on what was good, once I started my day with that mindset, during the day, it just came so easy. I remembered when I first started listening to it in the morning. During the day, I would just have random times of crying. I would cry because I'm so grateful over my fiance or over just the most beautiful things, the little things in life. It would just fill up my heart space and it would come out of nowhere. And I'm like, wow, wow, I was one with the frequency of gratitude without trying because I started my day with that intention, because I was building a momentum. Life is beautiful because you decide that it is, because you focus on the beauty. There's always going to be darkness, and it's so easy to focus on that. But when we focus on the darkness, on the doubt, on the uncertainty, and we feed it, we feed it, we feed it, we become one with it. Ask and it is given. Focus on it and it is given. Become one with it, for you are the creator of your reality. And same with the prosperity and the love and the light. We're here to experience it all. And going through the contrast is not a terrible thing. It doesn't mean you're off track, by the way. It means you're on track. It means your soul's expanding even more. What comes to me intuitively is sometimes when we go through some dark phases or uncertainty and doubt or fear is one of them. I've been experiencing a lot. Like, you might feel like you're going backwards, but in that backwards, once you realize how this is serving you, and once you realize that the contrast brings you to more clarity, and once you start to redirect that and transmute that and do the inner work, it's like this rubber band effect. It goes back and then it propels you into a higher timeline. One thing I've learned recently on a more deeper level is that fear is not such a bad thing. I actually want to feel fear because fear is not real. First of all, it's not real. It's what if it doesn't work out and then you're feeling that vibration. But the reason why I welcome fear in more than I used to, and I don't see it so negatively, is because I might be doing something that is heart driven, that is intuitively guided, that scares me. Maybe starting a podcast, maybe going live for the first time, maybe getting on stage. So it's this combination of doing what your heart is telling you for your greatest expansion and what you're afraid of. Because the fear is not real. It's not. It's your old paradigm trying to hold on as you expand. Your old beliefs, your old stories, your self image that wasn't serving you is trying to hold on and saying, no, 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 no. But your heart's saying, yes, 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 yes. And for me, this year has been so transformational. Every year has since my awakening. And it will be like that for you. The more you look inward, the more transformational it will be. It's just inevitable. It's done because that true power is within. The more you discover about yourself, you're going to thrive. That's where thriving comes from. This year, I'm getting married, and I mentioned that on the last episode. But I had some doubts and fears around money. And it wasn't just money. I went deeper. It was like this masculine energy of like, I have to prove myself and I have to make this amount of money, and letting go of that old identity. Because as a speech therapist, I was making over $50 an hour. And I always pride myself as I can take care of myself and I can do this. And part of letting go of the 9 to 5 was stepping into my feminine energy of allowing, receiving, path of least resistance, trusting myself. Because when you are stepping into something that's heart driven and scary, it's not guaranteed results in the beginning. You have to trust and trust and trust and keep going, keep going, keep going. Have faith, have faith, have faith. Mold that paradigm, mold that the programming, your mindset, right? It doesn't just happen overnight. Yes, I'm a master manifester, but it doesn't just happen overnight. You become it. You become it. And through becoming, you're going to face the old. And facing the old is easy the more you activate your truth. So activate your truth. That is the healing. Activate new belief systems by speaking it and deciding it and using your higher faculties. We'll talk about more higher faculties in other episodes, but today we're really talking about intuition and perception because that's what's coming through, and that's what's really changed my life and what I've been focusing the most on. You can do it. It's not about if other people believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. And it's not just like, okay, I'm gonna try once and it's all gonna happen. You keep going because you have this inner knowing, this inner knowing, this inner knowing, this inner knowing. Neville Goddard talks about living in the end. Seeing your dream life is here, living in that frequency, living in that knowing, living in the I am, not wishing, not hoping, but knowing. Because from the knowing, you show up with confidence. You show up in the I am presence, in the seat of empowerment, in the seat of I create my reality, in the seat of I decide. Decisions are really huge in manifestation. Making a decision in the knowing that it's inevitable for you, that your heart is guiding you because your heart knows. And what I mean by your heart is your soul. Your soul knows what you're here to do. You know what you're here to do. Sometimes we're just not giving ourselves permission and we're saying, well, when the money gets here, then I will do it. Or when I do this inner work, then I'll do it. Or if I get a sign from the fucking universe, then I'll do it. You don't need a fucking sign. I'm going to say it right now from the universe. You are the universe. You are God. You are connected. You don't need to wait for a sign. You get to decide. You're the creator of your reality. The synchronicities are beautiful, right? The signs that we receive, the angel numbers, but you don't need it to move. You don't need it to give you permission. You are heart driven. Ignite it from the frequency of within. This internal guidance system. You have it in you. I'm holding a crystal that I got at the Abraham Hicks workshop. I just went to her workshop, I think like 3 weeks ago. And this crystal is beautiful and has power and it has frequency. But what's more powerful than that? Me. Me. Right? I'm eternal. You are eternal. You are all knowing. You are connected to all that is. You have this internal guidance system, this intuition that will never leave you astray, that is here to guide you. So the universe will send signs outside of you, but that's a reflection of what's in you. What holds more power? And it's not power in a sense of ego. It's power in a sense of eternal love. Okay? I want to put that out there. It's not power from a sense of ego and I'm better. No one's better than you. And that includes millionaires and people who have received and achieved so many things. I'm not better than you. No one is better than you and nobody is less than you. We all have unlimited potential. It's just what are we aware of? What are we tuning into? No one is better. And I like that because I learned this from Bob, but I learned this on a spiritual level through my connection with him because he's my spirit guide. He sent me different things in my life to teach me lessons, and I just intuitively know. And one of the lessons is actually just connecting with him as a spirit guide taught me that no one is better than me or less than. We're all connected. We are all one. Because I felt unworthy of his connection. Who am I to connect with Bob Proctor? Who am I? And then I start to realize I'm putting this man on a pedestal. And when you do this, you're saying that I don't have the potential to do what I see outside of me when I do. Because it is true. I can be, have, and do whatever I desire. And so can you. And so can you. And so can you. And so can you. It's not just for one person. It is not luck. And he taught me that. He taught me that. And I'm so grateful for that. Connect to the people that you look up to. The people that have changed your life. Like for me, Bob Proctor, Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks. And when you're in a situation, ask yourself, like if you're in doubt or uncertainty or you don't know what to do, what would they do? What would Jesus do? Even what would Jesus do? What would these people do? Tune into that vibration because they were at that vibration. They believed in themselves. So the people that believe in themselves can believe in you. The people that don't believe in themselves, they can't believe in you. They can only give you what they're giving themselves. So we have to also realize that too. We're not here to change other people, by the way, too. We're not here to change anyone. But what is within you. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. When you shift the internal, the external shifts. It's a mirror. We don't have to be manipulating the outside to feel better on the inside. And this is the huge shift in the paradigm that we're experiencing as a collective. More people are speaking about it, knowing it, feeling it, this truth that from the inside, I create the out. So when we're like fighting against the darkness and we're reposting these negative, terrible things, and then people are feeling terrible by watching it and trying to fight against it, we don't have power on the outside. We have power on the inside. When you feel good, when you create your highest timeline, when you put yourself first, you're creating more love in the world. And it starts from within. So the best work you can do for this world is on yourself. For you are the ripple effect. And you don't just change this generation, you change multiple. When you can be there for someone else in a high vibration, you don't just change that person's life, but every life that they touch, and generation. Because I'm doing this inner work, it doesn't just affect my life, but every generation after me. I'm so grateful because Neville Goddard, Bob Proctor, they're not here anymore, but their message lives on. I just listened to it right before this episode. It lives on. You can call in these people that you feel connected to. Like obviously who you feel connected to. I feel connected to Neville Goddard. I feel connected to Bob Proctor. And I asked them to come through to help me clear this poverty consciousness. I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this process, and I feel it. You're not alone in this process. I want to read a channel message that I wrote down the other day. I was with Trinity, and you'll get to know her later on a future episode. And we just sat there and listened to some high vibrational music, and we just channeled and we wrote it down. And I want to share with you today. So take a deep breath, breathe in through your nose, and tune into the vibration of these words. You are a force, an energy of unlimited potential, the creator of your enlightened timeline and life. For you have all the answers for the frequency of the creation of this world and beyond reflects divinity within you. As you rest, you expand. As you move, you expand. For there is nothing you need or need to do to connect to the greater part of you. The wholeness of who you are has arrived. For it has always been with you, here and now, in the eternity of now. Your breath is life, and your life is breath. It moves to you, through you, and is penetrating each cell of your DNA. For your DNA is the smaller picture of the infinite picture. For life is never ending, expressed in your divinity. There is no coincidences, only divine expression through the path of self-discovery. Allow yourself to guide, for the guide is within you and will never leave you astray. You are complete, whole, worthy, enough, and the eternal life force. The energy that has created worlds, one with God, one with prosperity, one with the infinite supply. Your voice holds a frequency. Your intention holds a frequency. Your thoughts hold a frequency. You are the frequency of unlimited potential. Your focus matters, for it creates. It creates the world as you see it. Shifts your mind to limitless thoughts, stories that embody no limits. For you have been created in this image. There is no beginning or end, just here. The present, breathe into the present. Breathe into the present moment and feel the freedom, the ease of breath, the ease of the moment, the ease of existence. Ease your way into your divinity. For it is you and you are it. For this message will ignite your heart chakra. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the vibration that surrounds this space. Feel the oneness with the love. For you are the love. I am prosperity and beyond. Wow, that was very powerful. I am soaking in that vibration, and that is definitely a tool you can use when you're feeling doubt, uncertainty, lack. Go listen to that. Because that's what I'm gonna do. That was powerful. So this podcast is all about tuning in to a higher vibration, using tools, understanding your higher faculties. Today we talked about intuition, perception, and the power of gratitude. A little bit about my journey as we go. I'm going to share more. If anyone wants to collaborate, I'm looking for leaders in personal development, entrepreneurs in the spiritual space that are on a manifestation journey or self-discovery journey that want to come on the podcast with me. If you loved this episode, make sure you comment down below. Let me know your feedback, or if there's any topics you want me to cover. I would love to hear what you want me to speak about. Today's episode was intuitively guided. I did not plan it. And same with the first episode. It's just how I run. I sat here and I was like, okay, gratitude, we're going to start with that. And then I just get going. And that's just how I feel intuitively called to do this. So I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, happy manifesting. I love you so much. See you in the next episode.